Alright folks, and welcome to the channel. And in today's video we're going to look at a USB microphone kit from, I think this, not sure exactly how you pronounce this. Everybody else seems to have had trouble. Fifine, Gramble, fetch your cloth fine. But yeah, so it's time for a USB microphone kit review. Right, so yeah, full disclosure, the guys at Fifine, they got in touch with me, asked me if I wanted to try this this USB microphone out, the full kit. It's not just a microphone, it's a full kit. And the microphone that's included is the Fifine T669. So what we'll do, we'll dive down, have a look at what's in the box, and then we'll get it all plugged in. Right, so let's have a look, see what you get in the box. So, start off with, as you can see, we get some instructions. All the instructions that you need in there. Just a little advertising card. You get a pop filter, which is always handy to have a little pop filter. And then let's have a look at the main thing itself. So it does come with a bag of spares. There's some spare rubber there for your pop filter mount. And it comes with some spare elastic there for your shock mount, and then another little plastic spare gubbins there. Get that out. Right. So you get a little clamp there to clamp the arm to your desk. Actually feels quite sturdy. That's a sturdy clamp, that one. And then you just loosen that off. I've just loosened it off a little bit too much. Loosen it off, and then you put your boom arm in there and just tighten it back up. And let's have a look at the actual boom arm itself. Yeah, it's all spring mounted. And it's got these thumb screws out in the middle, and right at the end where your microphone stand is there, or your microphone mount, so you can lock everything into place, which is always good. And yeah, that feels quite sturdy. Yeah, it's perhaps not as sturdy as maybe some of the more expensive the Rhodes one and things like that, but yeah, for the price, it's quite good. Just pop that back in there for now. Now have a look at this bit. So you get a wind filter as well. So if you didn't want to use a pop filter, I think for anybody doing podcasts or videos, something like this should be good enough. But you've always got that pop filter there as well if you want to use the pop filter or this or both. USB cable, plenty of length on that cable there. Quite a long cable, so pretty good for cable management. You get a shock mounting as well, which, yeah, that feels fairly sturdy. Nothing seems to be too janky on there at all. I loosen it up a little bit. It does feel quite smooth. And then you can just clamp it down to whatever position you want. Now, I have seen one or two videos on these where they put the microphone in that way. But it's actually that way up, because I'll show you why in a second when we get to the main beast itself. And then you also get this little tripod stand as well if you didn't want to use the boom arm and you wanted to use a little desktop tripod instead. Which, yeah, the legs are metal, but the feet and the actual mount itself are rubber. But yeah, if you want to use a tripod instead of the mount, then that's all good as well. And then we finally get to the microphone itself. There you go, that's the actual microphone itself. Now, for a budget mic, it actually feels quite good. I mean, I have got another USB mic. It was cheaper than this one, but it is made out of cheap plastic, where this feels as though it's got a metal chassis and a metal grill on there as well, which is good. And you've got, they've called it a volume knob, but it's more like from what I can gather, it's more like a gain knob. But I'll test that out when we actually do some testing on this. And there's your USB at the bottom there. So you can either unscrew the bottom there. Quite long threading on there, which is good. So you can either use that to hold the mic and have that on your tripod slash boom arm, or you can have it on the shock mount and then you just use that ring there to screw it back on. But I'll leave that for now. Just leave that for now. So what we'll do next, just take that off there. What I'll do next is I'll dismantle my other microphone, take that arm and clamp off, because regular viewers of the channel will know I do have a desktop boom arm as it is. Put this all together, plug it in, and then we'll give it a little quick try out. So this part of the video, the audio may be a little bit sketchy because I'm using a camera microphone, because obviously, as you can see, I've unplugged the regular microphone. First impressions, the actual clamp and the boom arm actually seem a lot better than the one I've been using. I don't know if it's really a criticism. Yeah, there's some rubber matting on the underneath there, and they perhaps could have just put a bit of foam or a bit of rubber matting on there as well. But yeah, only a slight little criticism there, but the actual clamp does feel a lot better made than the one I've been using. Just unscrew that a little bit, and yeah, same again. I think this is slightly better made than the previous one I've been using. I think that definitely feels a lot better than the one I've been using, so that's a big plus as well. So you know, slot it into there and then just tie it up. Just get it in position. Move position for now. That'll do. And I'm not going to use that microphone mount. I am going to use the shock mount just to give it an extra little bit. And the good thing I like about this little microphone arm, if you will, this little bit there, where the actual shock mount stands on, it does come with an adapter, so you got whatever size of microphone clip you've got, you are covered there. So just screw that on. Let me just lift that up a touch. And there it is on the shock mount. I'll get it plugged in and show you a screenshot of what happens and when you plug the USB cable in. So yeah, I've got OBS loaded up so you can see the screenshots of this, and what I do like, it's a shame they couldn't have done it on both ends, but at least they have put a little dust cover on one of the USB ends. So all you do is get that the right way round, that way. Plug that end into your mic, and then the other end into a USB slot. Now I have got a 4-way USB caddy here, so I'll just plug the other end into there, and it should be just plug in and play. There you go, set it up, a USB plug in and play device. And the device is ready. There you go, no need for downloading drivers. Right, so as you can see, I've got the microphone plugged in. The audio that you're hearing is being recorded into OBS. As you can see, I've just got the wind filter on there at the moment, and as you can see, the arm does stretch out quite a bit there, and it's able to move about a fair bit. Now at the moment I've got no processing at all on this part of the audio in OBS, and I'm not going to touch it in Resolve either. I'm just going to leave this the raw audio, and just to prove that, in OBS, if we go into filters on this audio, there's no filters on there. As you can see, I've got a media source, and what I've done with that is I've just recorded a little bit of me speaking into this mic just to set some filters up, and in there I've got a noise gate, an EQ, and some compression and a limiter. Now the noise gate, the EQ, and the compression even the compressor, that's all coming from Reaper plugins. They're all Reaper plugins, and I'll leave a link down in the description where you can get them from. You don't need to download the full Reaper DAW, you can just download the plugins. And the limiter I've got on is the stock OBS limiter. Now the microphone, I've got it on, I've got the volume / gain, whatever you want to call it, at roughly a quarter of the way on, so around about 9 o'clock ish. I have done some testing, and any more than that it can get a little bit distorted, a bit distorted, and you get a lot of clipping, so you in the audio you do hear a bit of crackling. So what I'll do now is I'll stop the video here, I'll pop the filters on, and then hopefully you should be able to hear a little bit of a difference. Now I'll put those filters on, the audio that you're hearing still being recorded through OBS, so I'll superimpose this video on top of the camera video on top of OBS, so you can see the meters for this microphone. And just to show you what I've got on there is exactly the same, just got the noise gate, EQ, compression, and a bit of limiting. And to get into those, all you do is, once you've got them installed, is you just open the plugin interface once you've got them loaded into OBS. So there's the noise gate, there's my settings for the EQ. So I've just taken a bit of that sort of nasally mid-range out there, added a little bit of bass in, and just added a little bit of top end in there just to give it a bit of clarity and a bit of air. And that's all I've got on the compressor. 4:1. I didn't touch the attack and release. There's your limiter, there's the settings for the limiter as well. Before I give my final thoughts and what I think about this thing, I'm going to listen back to both these audios first, and I'm going to record a quick video as well into OBS. Well, it might not be a quick video, but yeah, I'm going to record a video into OBS, have a quick listen to see how that sounds with all this filtering on, and yeah, then I'll give my final thoughts on this whole kit. So, what do I think about this microphone? For the money. Well, for the money for the whole kit, for somebody that's just starting off, well, even if somebody's just starting off, or even that somebody's upgrading from a cheap USB mic, I think it sounds bloody good. I'm quite impressed with it. I think the build quality is pretty damn good. The audio, I think, sounds
not too bad at all, unprocessed, but yeah, like with any microphone, you need some processing on there. But like I say, I think the build quality of the microphone is pretty good. I think that shop mount's pretty good as well. You get some spares for the shop mount. I've not tried it with the pop filter on. I don't know if I really need the pop filter on. Just from listening back to the audio, I think this sort of wind filter is good enough. I think the boom arm's pretty good. Yeah, it's not a Rode boom arm. There is better quality boom arms out there, but for the money, it's better than the boom arm I was using originally. Now, personally, I'm going to use it with this shock mount. I'm not going to use it with the clip. I think it'll be better on the shock mount. Will I use this again? Yeah, I'm going to be using this. I have actually used it on a couple of live streams. One was an actual live stream on my channel. The other one was private live stream. And I asked the guys on there, and I've listened back to the the stream that was on my channel, and the audio sounded pretty damn good on there as well. I'm pretty impressed with this. Would there be anything that I'd change about this kit? Yeah, it's only a couple of minor things. I mean, the microphone and all that, pretty damn good. What I would have liked to have seen is, I mean, some cable ties that are not a lot, but yeah, they could have just put some sort of little Velcro ties up just so you could tie the cable down to the boom arm a bit better, just to tidy things up, just a bit of cable management. You get plenty of USB cable, so you can get that cable out of the way and get it plugged into your PC, whether it's direct into your PC or into a USB hub. But yeah, overall, I'd recommend this. I'm going to be using it again, especially when I'm recording stuff into OBS. It saves messing about having to reroute my XLR microphone from my DAW into OBS. I can just plug this in. OBS picks it up straight away, just with this little bit of processing on. I think it sounds pretty good. But yeah, I've not used a Blue Yeti or any of them, so I can't really compare it to any of those. I have got a really cheap USB mic, and this blows it out of the water. Overall, I do like this mic. I think it sounds good, looks good, well constructed. The whole kit's well constructed. And yeah, what was it? I think on the I did just check before I sort of did the second part of the recording. The whole kit is £70, and I think for a sort of mid-range sort of USB microphone, I think that's pretty damn good. I'll leave an affiliate link to the Amazon store down in the description, so you can go check this out. If you use that affiliate link, I get a little kickback, so that'd be much appreciated. And yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you've got any other suggestions, let me know. And that's all for this video, and we'll catch you on the next one. Right folks, I hope you enjoyed that video. You can follow me on social media, and you can get my music online. And if you want to support the channel, there's Buy Me a Coffee and PayPal links. They're all down in the description. Click up here to subscribe, and click the link down there for videos that you may not have seen. Keep it loud and keep it heavy.